doing in the middle of October, Landon?
Late October, I am taking a silly little plane ride trip.
To where?
The city that never sleeps, Las Vegas.
That's what they say.
Las Vegas.
The Big Apple.
The Big Apple. The Windy City.
Navada.
The City of
Windy
Lights.
City. The City of Lights.
That one's
City of Angels.
the
Because
City
there's a
of
lot
Lights is
of
Paris, right?
I think that sounds.
I feel like that's such a stupid thing to call a city because every city has lights in it. Dingus.
Paris. Newsflash. Every city has lights.
Paris got deleted in Modern Warfare 3 anyway, so who cares?
Spoilers.
Okay, what about City of Stars? Y'all seen La La Land?
Yeah, that's a good movie. I saw it.
City of Stars.
Yeah, I turned down the lead role.
Really? I actually
They
didn't know
asked me,
this.
I was like,
I actually didn't know this
My
about you.
dancing's not up to snuff, so give
Wait,
it to the other
Rico,
guy.
we haven't. Wait, we've never talked about this. Wait, that's actually a crazy coincidence because they came to me too. I think it was after you turned them down. They came to me. It was like,
No
hey,
way.
Wait,
we're
Wait,
down to
who's
you.
your agent?
So, Mark Zuckerberg actually runs a agency on the side,
Wow.
and
oh
so
wow! I see. I didn't know any of this.
That's
he noticed me
crazy.
in one of Corinna Cop's streams when she was on Facebook Gaming, and that's how we kind of connected.
How
Mhm.
is she famous? What the hell is her deal? What does she do?
So
Being friends with David Dobrik.
Oh.
So that's actually funny you guys say that because I was actually initially offered the lead role as well, but it turns out they
You're a
meant to
girl.
send it to Emma Stone, not me, Emma.
Oh,
So that was just actually a mistake on their end, and
that's
it was
actually
never,
really embarrassing.
It was actually never going to be mine. So
But you're a girl. How could you be the lead of anything?
Women can't lead.
Yeah.
if women could lead, don't you think we would have had a woman president by now?
Eat that, liberal.
Take that, feminists.
Yeah, let's go women.
Women, woo!
Wait, so you're going to TwitchCon, right, Landon?
Maybe.
I'll see you there.
Oh,
Oh.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know what my schedule's looking like. Listeners, I am doing a cross-country journey to live with my partner Paige.
Yeah. Wait,
Not
wait. I
clickbait.
have a button for this. I have a button for this. I'm never the one who does this. So I was
Yeah.
not ready. I wasn't
Nice.
ready at all.
Wait, do you have a stream deck or no?
I can add it to my stream deck.
You can add
Yeah,
all
you
this to your
can.
stream deck.
You can.
I'm a moron. Oh, I'm a moron, you guys. All right,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing tonight.
You can add all of them. You can make a folder.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah. Anyway,
It is all
you're living
groundbreaking
with
stuff.
Paige. Yeah, no, honestly, it is. You're living with Paige, so you are moving
I'm
across
moving.
the country.
I'm going to California to mine for gold.
The gold rush of
Actually,
2023.
I'm like all the brave people back on the Oregon Trail.
I'm sorry, what trail?
Oregon.
Never heard of it.
Okay, whatever.
The Origami Trail.
Yeah.
Don't know that one.
Rico, are there any bucket list stops that you could make on your cross country trip that you
I
want to
could
do?
stop in Omaha, Nebraska.
What's there?
A couple of lesbians, probably.
I mean, probably.
There's multiple up there.
It's District 2.
It's District
So-
2, Nebraska.
so true.
The rules are different.
So true.
Yeah, along the way, I'm gonna stop and see our dear friend Emma, rest in peace,
All right,
and Viv. I couldn't have timed like this trip any better because um I thought Emma was trolling me the night she told me. Or I don't even remember what you said. You texted me and said
I think
like,
Viv texted.
or it was Viv. I don't remember what
Yeah.
the hell she said.
Viv was like, what if, like, we hung out or something like that?
Yeah. And like that's just a common thing we all say anyways, especially because, she lives in
Right.
Germany, so it's like, oh, ha ha.
Yeah, let's hang out. Like, okay.
And then, yeah, I timed it perfectly. Viv's gonna be in America as I'm driving across the country.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys get to touch and see the original base for Maroon River.
Me and Viv are gonna be the luckiest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We get to touch the Maroon River base.
You get to see that. And then, as I was thinking more, I was pondering my orb, as I do. You ever pondered an orb?
No.
Once or
No?
twice.
As I was pondering my orb, I then realized that weekend was going to be TwitchCon, and I would be literally passing through Las Vegas as TwitchCon was happening.
That's
Still
actually
don't.
incredible timing.
I still don't know exactly when I'm going to be passing through Vegas. It's going to be maybe Sunday, could be Monday, but it is only 4 hours from Bakersfield, so like, if I really wanted to like rush, I could get from Denver to Las Vegas in like 10 hours.
Right.
But yeah, just like an incredible amount of timing and
Yeah,
good
honestly.
circumstance went into this one, so I get to meet a
Mhm.
lot of people and see
Now,
friends.
have you been to Colorado before?
Yes.
Have you? Okay. I would say it's beautiful there.
You don't remember when I tech?
Oh my God, Paige lived in Colorado.
Yeah.
Alright. See you guys.
And it was
Wow,
even
man.
funnier.
Alright.
It was even funnier. Oh, Landon, let me tell you this. I don't think I haven't really told this story, but it was really funny when it happened. When Paige was living in Denver when she was in her master's program. I went to go visit her, and as we were flying over Omaha, I texted Emma and said, "You look really good tonight," and she just was so confused.
I was so confused.
And then, because we didn't tell anybody
Mm-mm.
I was going out there, and we surprised the timeline with a picture, and Emma then texted me and was like freaking out because it's like, "Oh, you texted me, you're on the plane." Like, it was
You're
really
like,
funny.
I get it. It was like, thanks.
Yeah. What,
I mean,
I can't just say you look good?
like, what's the reason here? Something's going on.
Oh, I can't just compliment my friends randomly?
No, you
Well, I
can't.
mean, you can, you just don't ever do it.
I tell you you look good all the time.
I can't believe I literally forgot Paige lived in Denver.
Yeah, and
Literally, she did, and I completely
so
forgot.
now that we're gonna be living together, no one has any excuses not to come visit us when we're out there because we're in
It's true.
California. We
True.
could go to Disney.
That would be fun, actually.
Would you guys go to
That-
Cars World with me? Cars
Yeah,
Land
absolutely.
World?
Absolutely.
Cars Land World?
They do
That-
let you fuck
I-
the cars.
No, I actually like that's the place that I want to visit the most, I think, in my life. Just
Okay.
Radiator Springs.
Is that because they let you fuck the cars, or
They absolutely let you fuck the cars. Like, they don't have the Cozy Cone Motel there for nothing.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Rico, do you have any advice on getting swole in my arms?
Masturbating.
Just so
I don't-
not the segue I was planning on.
I knew exactly where you're trying to go.
I know, and that's the thing is I know you know. And you just did that anyway.
Playing the drums.
Is that what they call it?
Say the line, dude. Say the segue bit.
Wait, what?
Do the story. We do segues. We can do segues about into
Oh,
stories and have it seem
yeah, you
natural
guys.
and not pre-planned.
Okay, yeah, that was such a good. You could have said like, so you're gonna leave your job, or, oh, what are you gonna do for a job? Are you gonna miss any aspect of your job? Blah 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 blah.
Okay,
Anyways,
I messed up.
Man, you
so
both botched it, really.
I thought we were doing a totally different thing.
I fucking blew this whole thing.
Wow. Um. So yeah,
Alright,
now
man,
that I'm
anyway.
leaving my job, I guess I can talk about some really graphic things that I've seen and done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're ever wondering about what a career or what the life of a histotechnologist is like, um, a really good upper body workout is when you're doing an autopsy and you have to sew back together because you cut someone down the middle, right, to get inside. And then for the funeral home, you have to sew them back up, right? So it's like a Y incision. So it's like a flap, like a triangle flap of skin here, and then all this opens up, right?
Right.
Um, so you have to sew all that back together for the funeral home, or they get really mad at you.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably.
and unfortunately, some patients are more well endowed on the titty side. I mean,
No. Fortunately.
fortunately, they have very big boobies. Um, and I think it was like the third autopsy I ever did, and it was like the first one they were like, "Okay, um, you're gonna do like the work on this," because how an autopsy normally goes is we have the pathology assistant, and then she has an assistant down there helping her. Sometimes her assistant can't be there, so like we have to do it. But anyways, so at the end of it, you're all covered in just all kinds of shit, and your gloves are really slippery. Um, the person's really slippery. You have to thread a tiny piece of string into like a needle, which is like impossible. You give yourself carpal tunnel doing it.
God.
Um, but if you really want a good workout, try to sew back up a person with massive fucking titties that just like are on either side, just like
Just
hanging off the
hanging
table,
off
like
to
like literally hanging off the table because like her skin is, she's she's pulled apart. So I was sewing this lady back up, and I got to like this point, which is really, really, really hard because it's like you have to connect three like pieces of skin together here,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I didn't do it right, and the the string like broke through some of the skin, so it like forced its way out, and all the work I had done because her
Oh no.
boobies were like, I mean, huge. All the work I had done like just was gone because as soon as that little thing broke, both flew back open and
Oh my
all of my
god.
stitching ripped out.
Oh my
And
god.
Oh
I was
no.
already like huffing and puffing because like I have to wear a mask and all this stuff over
Oh my
myself. I was
god.
huffing and puffing. I was sweating. My glasses were all fogged up. I couldn't see anything.
Oh
And she
my
just like
god.
fell open. Yeah, so that was fun.
Oh man.
Like all of a sudden it's just pop, 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 pop every
Yeah,
seat
I watched it because like the
and
weight of it
just
just broke every stitch and or like
don't
everything
you
just
have
flew.
this is couldn't you have someone like just like holding those guys up
I
and
mean, yeah, yeah.
to how
Um,
to really like
They let me do it on my own because it's like
Oh, it was more of a learning experience for
I
you.
was being hazed. Yeah, I was being
You're being...
hazed.
That's the hazing, is the big boobed patients. They use those for hazing the new people.
Yeah. And
That's
there's nothing like, dignifying about this because, like, ugh.
I hate that my thought just went to like this poor like woman like had that happen to her after she died.
Mm-hmm.
And then her whole family doesn't know that happened in the autopsy.
It's it's like even worse because like you're basically oiled up from all of her innards
Oh, that's
and
terrible
stuff.
word.
Eee.
So like, yeah.
Inner. Oof.
Well, because a lot of these patients are, on the bigger side, so the fat that's under like in there is very greasy. it's,
Fat is greasy.
it's very greasy. But yeah, so that's what I'm leaving behind.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Sounds like a great thing. Oof.
Yeah. What's new with you guys?
And I haven't performed any autopsies lately, or ever.
Do you
I
wanna
think
do you wanna do one?
nope,
No?
nope. I I think the thought of like seeing inside someone's body
Mm-hmm.
is just foul. The thought that there's things inside of my own body, I hate.
And they're all like squished together too. They're not.
They're
There's
just like
not
just
like
Oh,
squished
it
any
in
is like
breathing room.
there.
it's like it's crazy.
No,
It's
everything is just
crazy.
squished in there.
Seeing how large, like, or how like I guess long, like your actual all of your colon is, like intestines,
Oof.
is
Yeah.
Yeah.
insane.
And then
I
you
didn't.
like
You get a real appreciation for it because part of like the assistant's job doing an autopsy like that. I don't know if this is for everywhere. This is just how we did it. Um, we would basically have to make like a reverse sausage, right? So we have to
Hmm.
squeeze all of the poop out of someone's intestines. All the while, we have a specialized pair of scissors, like kind of it's like cutting gift wrap actually, or like or like wrapping paper. It cuts just like it.
that is an insane comparison.
That is crazy, dude.
Because
Oh my god.
we know exactly what you mean. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. Like you just get the scissors in there and you just like go,
and then it
and
just,
it just goes.
oh god,
But you get a
oh
real
man,
appreciation for how long that shit is when you have to cut the entire thing open.
yeah,
Yeah.
that.
This is in yeah.
And
This is
then you ever just like look down at yourself and you're like, that's just all inside of me right now.
Yeah, I every time, every
Like
single time,
that's all that is all strung out. That's just wrapped up in me,
every single time.
just hanging out in there.
Hmm. Every
Oof.
time.
Yeah.
The last autopsy I did, the guy had an Iron Cross tattoo, which is like Nazi. Uh, this is a Nazi tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh wait,
he had an Iron
I
Cross.
remember you talking about him. Yeah.
that's different.
That was your last one? I feel like that was like months ago.
That's the
That
last
was
one.
it was last May. It was the last
Last
autopsy I
May?
ever did.
So
Yeah.
you really ended on
Wow.
a
I,
banger.
and he was the first man I ever did. All the other ones were women.
Big tittied women.
Whammon.
And then the one guy you get, okay. There you go. So you've had quite the how
Yeah,
many
huh?
how many have you done like total? Like
5. I had to do
5.
5 for
Oh, okay.
training, and then I have done when I was in high school, we went to a
High
morgue.
school.
Yeah, we went to a cadaver lab. Did a couple things in college in cadaver labs.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing that turns me away from any type of medical field job.
What?
The dead bodies.
Well, sometimes they're alive. Not in the autopsies, but
Huh?
Actually, that's another crazy thing I found out is everyone that I work with back there has had the same dream or like a variation of the same dream where they're doing autopsies and
Mm.
somebody wakes up on the table.
Oh God, yeah.
That's like I had that dream a few times and I talked to the people I work with and they're like, "Oh yeah, we've had that dream too." So that's crazy.
Yeah, like TV show type there.
And I mean, the
Like
people
horror
look like
movie
they
type,
might actually
yeah.
wake up at any point, like they're just sleeping.
Cause it's just like
It's crazy.
yeah. Oof.
That's
Can't
like
think
some
about that.
mortuary assistant type
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You guys remember that game?
You remember that one? Well,
That game was
cause
scary.
it's an autopsy, so like, it's not how. I guess I've never seen a dead body in that state because I've only seen it in like the funeral home setting where it's like all embalmed and like makeup. So it looks more like how I think of a dead body, you
Yeah.
know? But that is
Yeah.
just like raw human. Probably looks like they're sleeping.
I mean, it definitely helps that like you guys are gonna be very grossed out. But they just the way they feel, they don't feel like alive. They feel like kind of raw chicken. So like, that's what helps me know that they're just not gonna wake up.
That's fair. Well, now we don't have. This is a whole other path and a whole other conversation. But a lot of theological belief for people is that like the soul is what makes a person them like that person. So
Uh-huh.
then when they die, like the soul leaves, so then their body is just the body is just a vessel, really, for a lot of people and what they believe. So if you view it like that when you're performing an autopsy, it's like, well, this isn't really that person, this is just their body they had.
Well, yeah, that's what they hammer into you when you're doing like,
To
in schools, like this is not a person anymore. This is just and if it really freaks you out, you can always cover the face. That is like the biggest thing that will help you, you
do a
know.
lot of people do that?
No. I mean, when you're like younger or like in school or whatever, they would always try to cover the face, but like when you get out, and especially because like it never bothered me because I've seen a lot worse when I was working in the ER. So
That's
That
it
fair.
makes
never it
sense,
doesn't
yeah.
really bother me. I
That's
saw
fair.
them dying, not dead.
Ugh, yeah.
Mm.
Let's get you to work with some alive patients.
No, those ones can complain.
Those ones can be mean to me. God.
And those can turn into dead ones.
Yeah, that's just the beginning of all your
That's
problems.
the ideal.
Oh,
Well, it's
God.
actually even crazier because so in a lot of states, a lot of places, um, like pathologists are the ones that like okay an autopsy,
Mhm.
and most autopsy requests, like if you die in a hospital, they get denied because they already know what you died from,
Interesting.
if that makes sense.
Huh.
Right. Like if
Yeah.
you're laying in a hospital bed and they're doing all these tests on you and they know like your fucking liver's just shit in the bed, a doctor's gonna be like, yeah, your liver just quit. So we don't need to know why. But a lot of families are very rude about that and they want an autopsy. So just understand that if you die in a hospital, we kind of already know what you died from.
It's more like the people who die then get brought to the hospital.
Well, no, then we just straight up say no because you didn't die in the hospital.
So who do you want to do an autopsy on?
No one.
Please, nobody.
Ideally.
I guess, yeah, maybe that would be more ideal.
Something we are gonna have to do an autopsy on is my band Maroon River.
That was a much better segue.
What a segue. That's gotta
Guys,
be
I'm
like
gonna
top 3 segue in the history of this show. And
I'm
it
gonna
ain't
work
2 or
on 'em.
3.
It ain't to number 2 or 3. I'm gonna work on it, you
I
guys.
listen to Hassan. I get so many ideas how he does his top of the hour ad break.
He is very good at those.
So, yeah, Maroon River is gonna be no more. It was born out of my old band Red Creek. We're playing our last show next Saturday, a week from today. If anyone ever wants
I
to
wish I
come,
could go. Like, I want to go.
to Jekyll and Hyde's, Erie, PA, 9 p.m. Eastern. We go on.
When?
Oh, never mind. That's too late. That's too late.
Yeah, you're a grandma.
Got him.
I have grandkids?
Since
Who are they?
when?
Since
I
when?
have regular kids?
You have dogs.
That's true.
Yeah.
I see them more like, I don't know how you guys view your dogs, but for me they're my brothers because they're very much like my mom's dogs too.
Okay.
Mm,
So they're like my brothers. It's like a siblings thing for me.
that's interesting.
Yeah, no, Levi is very much my son.
Very much a son.
Buster is
Yeah.
absolutely my baby boy.
Your son.
Mm-hmm.
It's because like I'll be like, yeah, like my boys, they're like my baby boys. I'll like literally say that, but then also it's like they're also like my brothers because they're like my mom's babies
Yeah, but they're dogs.
and they're my babies, but in a sibling's way.
Buster is very much a grandma's boy. He
Oh.
loves my mom. And that's because she is the one with all the food.
Did she
And
spoil him?
and we'll feed him, yeah, spoil him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every time. I have to yell at my mom.
Yep. It's just a mom thing, I guess. My mom does it too.
Moms, right?
Moms, right, guys?
What would we do without him?
Can't live with him, can't live without him.
Heyo.
Anyway, Rico, last Maroon River show next Saturday.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Sad. It's been my passion project forever. It's been a fun run. Like, we actually kind of almost went somewhere. We were like right on the verge of like almost kind of not like being a professional ass band, but like,
Yeah.
making some okay money, and
Legitimate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
we've managed to do a little bit of touring, and like, which is like super common for bands like from Erie. Apparently, like every band that we're friends with has gone on like a nationwide tour at some point
Oh,
in
really?
their um yeah, even getting to record and like actually make like professional ass sounding songs is I don't know. I had fun. It was fun.
It's
And
awesome. It's a
but
lot more than a lot of people get to do.
I had
yeah.
fun watching from afar.
If my
Me
parents
too.
would have had money, maybe we could have been the next Taylor Swift.
It's true. If only your parents would have been rich.
Why couldn't
we
you
could've made-
guys have been the next industry plant?
I don't think she. Oh, yeah, she was.
Well,
a parent.
no. The thing
Listen,
is, I would
if
say
your
the
parents
difference.
have money, you're a plant.
Okay, however, the only reason I would argue against that for her specifically is number one, her like she's actually good at singing.
A lot
And
of them are.
two, she is like an incredible songwriter, and writes
along with
all
the
of her
entire
own
team.
music. So she is actually like talented and isn't just like buying her way through her career.
Oh
She's
no,
like
no, no.
moved past the point of
You
of
no, you. I think so. I'll give you a local example, right? There's a band around here. They're called First to 11. They're like a Paramore copycat, right? All of their parents are very well known, like rich individuals around here. And because of that, they're a very mediocre talent band. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's yeah, they're good, but they're not anything special, right?
Mhm.
The only reason they have been able to do what they do is because their parents have money. There's a lot of bands around here that I would say like are good fucking bands. Like that I think, you know, a lot of people like in the Neat Dude community, for example, would like really like because they fit that sound profile. But
Mhm.
their parents didn't have money. They had to claw their way up, like a lot of people did, and just weren't, it's like streaming, you know what I mean? It,
That's
you
true.
you know, uh, but yeah, I if Taylor Swift's parents had money and they could get her into the recording studios, they could get her promotion, they could buy her a lot of shit that a lot of other artists that are similarly as talented as her. She's talented. She can play a show for 3 hours. She's got stamina, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched her live streams of her show. She's an incredible performer, right? That's all God given talent. Um, but if her parents didn't have money, she wouldn't have made it.
No, that's fair. That's true. It's kind of like the difference between like I feel like actually streaming is a good comparison because
It
like
really is. It really
because
is.
it actually makes a lot of sense. Like there's a lot of like really good streamers who have so little viewers. There's a
Mhm.
lot of really bad streamers who have a lot of viewers,
Because they're
and it
friends with someone.
because it and it's literally just about there's a platform and it's if you can reach it or not.
Let me
Mm-hmm.
give you a little insight into what it's like being a local band because it is exactly like Twitch in every way. Um,
Hmm.
there are like promoters around town that can bring in bands such as the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. They can bring in Escape the Fate. Um, like pretty big bands or like Attack Attack. Uh, if you like if you like Bill Murray, that's Bill Murray's original band. Um, and if you are friends with this promoter, so if you're a straight white dude, basically, and a band of straight white dudes who make music that sounds like A Day to Remember did 12 years ago, um, and you're friends with this guy, you'll be put on the big bills, right? And there, I think there's a lot of bands that could fit that, but because they're friends with them, they get it. Um, or bands will invite their friends, because we could reach out to a promoter and say, hey, we want to do a show this night with we'll list off 3 or 4 different local bands or whatever, and that's another thing how it goes. Or a promoter reaches out to us because they got some touring band that's doing like an East Coast tour and say, "Hey, we have a band that sounds kind of similar to you guys. Put you on this bill." Um, and like the more friends you are with the guy, the like higher up, or like you won't be an opener basically. You'll be like the band that plays right before, the
The
big
middle
band or
guy.
whatever. But it's very much just like a popularity contest. And whoever's
Sounds a lot like Twitch, the way
because
you
when we
you described it.
when Maroon River was kind of popping off for a little bit, back in like December, we were getting show offers left and right from people who wanted to you know, they see a band's doing some numbers. Oh, we want to play with them. We want to get them on a belt, or, bill or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's
It's
a
just a
huge popularity contest, and
who you know and how much people like
if you
you.
can just make friends with a promoter, or you fit the quote unquote image, whatever,
Yep.
it sucks. It really sucks. Um, and I'll toot my own horn. Like, a lot of the shows we did as openers, we would have the biggest crowd of the night. Like, very handedly would have the biggest crowd. And then
That's awesome.
by the time, popular band A would play, they're the cool band that everyone wants to play with. There'd be like maybe 5 people in the crowd when we started out with like 40, 50.
Mhm.
And um it just sucks that it's always a popularity contest.
Yeah. Always a
'Cause we
who you
as
know.
as all 3 of us definitely have felt that burn.
So true, man.
Yeah. So true, man. Yeah. And it's like it's so like literally the way you described everything could have been identical. Like you literally could have been talking about Twitch. Basically, who you know, you get you're doing okay at some stuff. Well, now you're gonna get asked to do this with someone because they
Mhm.
want you around because you're doing well and they're doing well. But
Genuinely, I'm not like trying to talk bad on any like bands we've ever done shows with.
no, yeah,
There's they're very good bands, and I genuinely love. There's only one band I really wish um any kind of like malfeasance to, and it is they're called First to 11, a bunch of spoiled rich kids. But
yeah.
that's a conversation for another day.
That's another. Well, I hate them.
Yeah, I hate them. Their lead singer's a woman. Boo.
I love them. They're my favorite band.
Boo them.
I
Shame
love them
them.
so much.
Boo this woman.
Ooh.
But yeah, so if you ever want to get a band started, just have fun with it.
Hit Rico up, guys. They know a thing or two.
Yeah, Rico's the expert on bands.
And you know what? It was cool at several points within the last year, cuz we've been around for like a while. It was cool within the last year to have like, cuz there's like pre-COVID bands and then there's post-COVID bands.
Uh-huh.
God,
I'll,
pre-COVID and post-COVID. Yeah.
I'll categorize like the two kinds of like local bands. There's like 3 or 4 bands locally that made it through COVID. And we were one of them, and we played a lot of shows back in the day, and it was genuinely cool to have like some of these like younger bands with younger kids like actually say like, I've seen you guys play live like 2018, 2019, and like it's so cool to be able to play a show with you now, like
Aw,
all these years later. Like, it was really cool to hear stuff
that is
stuff like
cool.
that. So I'm gonna be really sad like leaving the area, but maybe I'll strike it big in California. Maybe I'll just
Maybe, yeah. That's where everyone goes to make their dreams come true. So
yeah, maybe we'll strike it rich and I'll become a famous musician, and then I'll hire you guys as part of, the touring entourage.
yeah,
Let's
I'll be your, like,
go.
Landon will be the tour photographer, obviously.
and
Let's
I'll be,
go.
Emma will be
I'll like go run and fetch you guys coffee and then pick up lunch.
actually, I'd make you like the merch person.
I could be the
feel like-
merch person.
I feel like
actually.
you could sell. I feel like you could sell
Yeah.
merch.
I've worked sales for years. I could do that actually.
At Target, yeah, I know.
No, but yes. Actually, yeah, that would be That would be a cool gig. And then I get 75% of all merch sales. And then
I like the record labels.
Yeah.
ooh.
Ooh.
And then
Yeah, so
I
just
get 20,000% of the
20 million.
20 million
I need
per
to pay my legal
year.
fees.
No less.
Okay. They're very big. My legal fees now are very big, okay?
God. Let's see, how long did we make it without a Trump impression?
40
About
minutes, even.
40 minutes?
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Oh my god.
Being a tour photographer would be sick, though. That's one thing I've always
Oh.
wanted to like be. I
That
wanted to go
would-
out on the
yeah.
road, take
That
pictures
looks
for
like one of the
for a
most
band.
fun fucking jobs.
It looks
That's-
so fun.
That's the only thing that makes me wish I was into photography. Because I
That-
wish I was doing that. Like that sounds amazing.
I told my brother if his other band like goes anywhere, we made this deal with each other. If like for like because now like Maroon River splitting up, and if we ever got into another band, our deal is whoever is not in the band has to be like their equipment tech. So like if my brother's other band takes off, I'd be his guitar tech.
That's a good deal. That's
That-
fair.
That's a really good deal.
That's true. Even that
I'd
would
make
be like
that deal. You make
a
that deal?
nice.
I make that deal. What about you, Udovich? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
Damn good deal.
That's a good movie, guys.
Do you,
Do you know what that
it's
movie
called
is,
Titanic, Emma.
Is that? No, that's not true. I'm getting lied to. Hold on.
Wait, did you actually think about that for a second?
I thought about it. I was like that, but then I was like, that doesn't seem like what happened.
Jack proposing like how to
That seems like a good
like
deal.
a way like a,
Jack,
Jack trying to get a ticket to the Titanic.
no, Jack trying to convince Rose to let him
To
draw
let
her
him on.
naked.
God. Oh my god.
How
I
much
actually
time we-
do.
what's the time at? What do we got?
43 minutes and 5 seconds.
I actually do have a small confession for you
43
guys
minutes.
before
straight?
we no, before we end this. It's a confession, Rico, not a lie. So a few weeks ago,
Are you quitting the pod?
no, yeah, I do it on the pod.
Are you coming out?
Guys, it's not that dramatic, I swear. Nothing that dramatic is about to happen. A few weeks ago, I have a group chat with Viv, and then Jesse and Casey are friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nipsey, Jesse.
Yep.
Shout out them. You know, I know they all listen. Thanks, guys.
Did one of them
Anyway.
send a tit pic by accident?
No, not this time. Just kidding.
Oh.
That's never happened. Casey texted and was like, "Where do you guys have your recycle bin on your desktop? Like, just curious, like where?"
Okay.
And Viv replied, "Wherever." And I said, "I'm actually not sure if I have that on my desktop." And
Okay.
everyone was just like, "What do you mean? Like, don't you use it?" And I said, I'm not actually sure what the recycle bin is on my desktop, and I've never used it.
Okay.
And I got fucking flamed to shreds.
For not having a recycle bin, or because you don't know what it is?
Because I didn't know what it was.
The trash can looking
The
thing?
trash can.
And
Do
so
you
a
guys-
bunch of
I-
stuff you thought you deleted was never
So
like
I have a
was still
picture.
there.
I'm gonna post it in our group chat here on Discord. This is how
Okay.
bad my recycle bin was.
Jesus Christ.
what?
Guys,
Listeners, well, everybody, it's almost 44 gigabytes.
We'll throw it up on the screen right now. 3.9 gigabytes
That
in
was
your
just and
recycle bin.
it's been and that was sitting in my recycle bin for like 3 years since I built my PC.
Oh my god.
Guys, I didn't know what a recycle bin was. And
What do you think?
I don't know. I have seen the icon. I have seen that icon on a desktop before, and I never even once thought about what it was. Nobody ever teaches you. Nobody teaches you what that is. Nobody teaches you that in school. And apparently it's just one of those things that everybody knows, but not me.
So what kinds of things do you have in there?
I honestly have no idea what it was. But and I literally had to share my screen in Discord with Viv so she could tell me how to empty it because I did not know.
Wow.
She's like,
Man,
and I was like, yeah. I wanted to share that.
That's
That's
like me
kinda get
finding
that.
out.
Get that off my chest.
It was like me finding out I had a subscription to World of Warcraft for a year that I just completely forgot about.
oh my gosh.
Like, this guy keeps paying for their subscription and they have not logged in and oh my god.
That's actually really funny.
Okay, I do have a topic I want to bring up because it's
Real quick,
just
this is
been lighting the Twitch.
Our last
What?
our last segment.
It's been lighting the Twitch world on fire.
Oh god. Okay.
What do you guys think of React streamers? Like people that just like,
Corny.
watch videos or whatever.
It's people that don't know how to make content on their own.
So how would you
I would
classify Hassan, for example?
I would say Hassan is like a React streamer, but I feel like he's different.
I think he's ethical
I
about
would
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think his is more like reacting to like it's not just like content, like it's like news things, it's like current
Mhm.
event things.
Right.
So he's like reacting to it in like in a way where he's like comprehending it and explaining it to people. It's not just like watching a funny video and like laughing
Haha, that's
along.
crazy.
Right.
Right.
It's more like
But in general, you think React streamers are people who can't come up with their own content?
If that's all you do, then yeah.
Fair.
If that's all all that you're streaming or all that you're making YouTube videos on, I think I think that you don't know how to make your own content. Now you can do it every now and then, just
I
to,
enjoy
what
it
if
every
I'll
once
say
in a
like
while.
on like whenever I stream, I'll like to watch a YouTube video or two every now and then. Just be
Mhm.
like, oh, this is a video that I haven't seen. Let's watch it together, you
Or like
guys. And
someone who streams for like, let's say 8 hours a day and they want to eat a meal on stream.
yeah,
That's totally
totally fine. But
Mhm.
if it's like all that you're doing is just watching YouTube videos and quote unquote reacting to them, then
Right.
like what are you even doing?
So in general, you would say that you think that there is like a threshold of like reacting or commentary, right?
I
Mhm.
feel like like if you're just gonna like sit there and kind of just like sit back and let the video be the content, then
Mhm.
then I don't know. I don't like that. But if you're like engaging in it, commenting on it, making
Mhm.
your own jokes about it, if it's like a funnier type thing,
Mhm.
like your chat is commenting on it, you're interacting with the chat about it, I feel like that is fine.
So if you like add a significant amount of runtime to the video, let's say.
Yes.
Mhm.
I would say that.
Cuz people I've seen on Twitter and like live stream fail are like grouping Hassan and XQC into the same group of like React streamers. I'm like, no.
I would not. I would say
I would
Hassan,
not do that.
especially Hassan too, like
Well, he doesn't upload the full like video, right, quote unquote, to his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like he focuses more on his commentary to the video,
Yeah.
right.
which is fair, and he does a lot to make sure that people and like the people go out and watch the original, creators' videos. Like there's
Yeah.
a shit ton of people I now subscribe to and watch on my own through watching, a video from Hassan. Mostly because I like to form like, my own opinions too. Like, like whatever people like he's commentating, but like I like to watch those videos to like hear it without the commentary and whatever. But
Right.
like, yeah. Like whereas XQC is literally sitting there like eating his toenails watching a video saying, "Wow, that's crazy."
No, I think XQC is the biggest idiot. I think he's just the
Come on,
worst.
dude, he's a juicer, dude.
I
Get
think he's just the
'em!
worst. But I don't think Hassan should be grouped in with that. Especially I feel like in the more like politically active times in the world, and in like a year from now when it's like election season, he's gonna be covering election news, campaign news, and it's gonna be more like coverage, not react.
He's
not
like
reaction.
I would group Hassan like I would say Hassan is like the physical like human embodiment of like what Reddit is. Like he's a news aggregator is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like I go to him to hear stories I might not hear because like, whatever.
Yeah,
But I would
that's
say
fair.
yeah, he's like a news aggregator.
But yeah,
I just want to see your guys' opinions.
no, that's a fair question.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
a fair question. But I have
Actually,
seen some of that stuff on Twitter and whatever. But
that actually just made me make the decision. I'm gonna become a DBD React streamer and YouTuber. I'm gonna react to every single Odds Darva video and
hey, if you get
upload that.
famous off it,
Just watch them and every time Otts does like a crazy loop, just be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, that's crazy, chat."
that was crazy.
Can we get 5 gifted right now? That was crazy.
Chat, is this perk broken? Chat.
Chat, what do we think of the new killer?
Chat, new killer seems cool, chat. The power seems sick.
Emma, you should get back into streaming.
Sorry, and then react to videos?
Yeah, and then react to videos.
Do
could
whatever
react to
you
the
want
podcast.
to because it was funny all the time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Second straight week of us mentioning
Wait, are you not allowed to
missing
stream?
Emma's streams.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to. My contract.
The old ball and chain say you're not allowed to stream anymore.
The Target
actually-
contract.
The Target contract. It's actually in my contract with Target. Yeah, I'm not allowed to stream. It's like really fine print, but it's in there. So
Guys, hit the like button if you want Emma to stream again.
Guys, can we get 5 gifted in the chat right now if you want Emma to stream?
Please, guys. Venmo at LVNDN
please.
if you want Emma to stream again.
$5.
$5.
Venmo me if you want Emma to stream again.
Guys,
Huh?
go donate plasma and then send that money that you made from donating plasma to us.
Did you
if you
find
want.
out what blood type you are?
No, I don't know.
How?
What do you mean?
Isn't that like part of it?
I
Don't
didn't
they
find
test
out.
it? They didn't
No.
tell you?
Nope.
I know I have read.
I've read blood too. Bro, it was
Oh, yeah,
so
prove it.
weird. It was so like so when I was getting the blood back, it was obviously like much brighter than it was when you get because it took all the plasma out. It was just like just a bunch of
Ooh.
red blood cells. And I
Yeah.
was like feeling that going back into my arm. It was such a weird feeling. It felt like a reverse icy hot. Like it felt like warm and it just got warmer and warmer. And
Like a
then
hottie ice?
by the end of it, my arm was like freezing. I was like, "What is going on, man?" It was definitely a sensation.
And there you go. There you have it, folks.
I got
It's
62
a
bucks from it.
sensation.
Guys, please remember donate blood and plasma if you can. Especially if you are O positive or AB positive. please donate.
And don't forget
Plasma,
to
There's your
be
message for
positive,
today.
guys.
if AB
That's a
positive
good
for plasma.
ending. That's good. We have Rico do a donate blood, and then and don't forget to be positive, and then cut.
That's actually my blood type.
Be positive.
Yeah,
Be
I
positive.
when I worked in the blood bank, I was bored one night, so I just pricked my finger and tested it myself.
When you're here, can you prick my finger and tell me what kind of blood I have?
Yeah, can you just get me you know, a blood antigen test kit?
You can bring one. Steal one from work.
No.
On your last day,
I don't
steal
steal.
one. Now you don't steal. Okay.
I only steal
Okay.
content.
That's how you bring it back around. All right.
Do we think it's time? It's time.
Thanks
Our
for
producer's
watching
telling us it's
another
time.
week.
I think it is
Hold on, I'm
time.
getting something. Yep, it is going to be time, folks. Thank you for another week of watching or listening or both at the 3 Inches Pod.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks.
Think. Think.